So the first thing we're going to talk about is perimeter. So the perimeter is the distance around a polygon or a figure. I'll just say the distance around a figure. So there's a lot of different types of shapes that we have in geometry. So let's look at some of those shapes. So we have perimeter, we also have area as well. So an area is the number of 1 by 1 square units that can fit inside a figure. So 1 by 1 is very small. So just as an example, let's say I have a rectangle. So you can see that each of these little squares that I made are all 1 by 1 units. So I have 8 of them all together, as you can see. So you can see that I have 1, 2, 3, 4 units going across and 2 units going up and down. So that makes 8 squares altogether. So the area is going to be 8 square units. So that little 2 means units squared or square units. Okay, so that's the idea of area. So let's talk about perimeter a little bit. Perimeter is just, it's in one dimension. It's only the distance around a figure. So the first shape we have is called a square in mathematics. So you know what a square is. It's a polygon, 4-sided figure where all the sides are the same. So every side S is the same, or congruent. So the distance around the figure is the perimeter. So I have to add up all the lengths around the figure. So if I do S plus S plus S plus S 4 times, I get 4S. So therefore the perimeter P is 4S. If I add that all up, that's what I get for that. The distance around the figure. So the area of a square is just taking the side length and squaring it. So we call that a side length here, S. So A equals S squared is the formula for the area of a square. So another 4-sided figure is called a rectangle in math. So rectangle is a quadrilateral that looks like this. So all the angles are 90 degrees. Same with the square too, actually. So a square or a rectangle has a length and a width. So L is the length, W is the width. So I care about finding the perimeter in the area, right? So the perimeter is the distance around the figure. So if I add L plus L, I get 2L. If I add W plus W, the opposite sides are the same. They're congruent. See, LL, WW. So twice the length plus twice the width will give you the perimeter of a rectangle. The area, I just multiply the length times the width. Okay, so these are the formulas. So for instance, let's say I have a rectangle. Let's say it has a length of 5 and a width of 2. Let's say 2 inches and 5 inches. That's the length and that's the width. Well, if I want to find the perimeter, all I have to do is apply the formula. So 2 times 5 inches plus 2 times 2 inches would give me the perimeter. Twice the length plus twice the width. So that's 10 inches plus 2 times 2 is 4 inches. So it gives me 14 inches for the perimeter. Area, it's easy. You just multiply the length times the width. So L times W would just be 5 inches times 2 inches. So I get 10 inches squared. So again, area is in 2 dimensions, so that's why we have to put a 2 on top of it. And perimeter is only in 1 dimension, so we don't have to write anything on top. And we have a triangle. So a triangle is a 3-sided polygon or 3-sided figure that's closed. So a triangle has an altitude, a height, and it has 3 sides, A, B, and C. So this is the height. This is the base. So the perimeter is really easy. There's no specific formula. You just have to add up all the sides. So you have A, B, and C. It's the distance around the figure. So the perimeter is just going to be 1/2 times the base times the height. Or I mean, that's the area. So it should just be A plus B plus C. A plus B plus C. The area, however, is 1/2 times the base times the height. So again, this is the base, and the height is perpendicular to the base. It's 90 degrees here. So 1/2 times the base times the height gives you the area of a triangle. A plus B plus C gives you the perimeter of it.